Niall, you said you had a very difficult few months after your marriage.
I did, yeah. It was probably the most difficult few months of my life. I mean,
Really?
you know,
Because I think there are a lot of men out there who have a very, very hard time with this.
But they don't show it. See, this is the problem. Men are afraid to reach out. And look, I was very lucky that I did reach out because it was at a point in my life where I didn't want what was happening. And I don't have a huge amount of friends, I'll be honest with you, because I find it difficult trusting people, right? So I don't have a huge amount of friends. But I do have, you know, one or two people that I talk to on a regular basis. And with thanks to, you know, my producer actually in work, she was of great value to me at the time, and we used to talk every single day about what was happening in my life at the time. But I definitely went into a very deep depression, and I remember one night I would stay up till 3 and 4 in the morning talking to another girl who I knew very well, and she was very supportive and helpful to me, and I went up to Howth Head, and it got to a point where I got out of the car and I just felt... I don't know what it was. Was it, you know, am I too old to meet somebody else? Are my children going to be okay? How is this going to affect everything? You know, I mean, there's the whole dynamic. Everything was just going through my head, and I said to myself, do I really want to go any further? Do I want to continue this? And thankfully, this girl, she's a wonderful human being. She wanted to drive from Newbridge that night over to see was I all right, but she talked to me for 4 hours on the phone. Wow. And that was a kind of turning point. And then I met my partner, who I'm with now a couple of months later, Karen, and she's the most amazing, supportive person I've ever come across in my life. And it's just, thankfully, I'm past that. It does upset me now, even thinking about that time and how close I was that moment. And there's guys out there, and all I'd say to those guys, and guys are afraid, they're afraid to talk to anybody. They think it's not cool, it's not macho. You know, just reach out and talk to somebody, anybody.
And I think it's probably very important to say as well that you were there in that moment, and it is a moment, and if you get past that moment, you're out of that moment.
I was out of that moment.
And life goes on. And
there was no turning back from that moment. You know what I mean? Because that was at the lowest point. That was just the lowest point. Yeah. Where, and as I said to you, I thought of the children. I was thinking of myself. I was being selfish too, thinking, you know, I'm 55, am I going to meet somebody else?
But you made that choice. You made that right choice in that moment, and that's important.